questions. So, site questions. These have to do with sites or things regarding sites, but anyway. Chris Duran, hi Joe, any ideas as to why the authentic Monte Cristo 2 from Cuba is cheaper than ordering a regular box of some from Thompson Cigars? Well, the thing is this. The non-Cuban version of Monte Cristo, or any Cuban cigar, but we'll use Monte Cristo as an example, is actually, in a way, Monte Cristo. It's not the original blend, of course. That remains in Cuba. But Alonso Menendez, during the revolution, when Cuba nationalized the tobacco industry and took his business, came over and started setting up shop elsewhere. Eventually ended up in the Dominican Republic, and after so many different things, the rights to the Monte Cristo brand ended up in the hands of Altadis, a big, huge cigar conglomerate that owns other non-Cuban name brands like Romeo and Juliet, for instance. And the company plays off the fact that many cigar smokers out there, and if you wouldn't believe how many I'm talking about, because there are a lot of people who come into the game and consider themselves seasoned smokers, but they don't know things like you know from watching the Dr. Joe show. They don't look at things like brand history and stuff like that. You know, when they see Monte Cristo, they have no idea. They don't even know Cuban cigars are illegal, some of these people. They think it is Monte Cristo. Oh, that's Monte Cristo. Well, the company plays off that fact that it is a legendary cigar that is world-renowned, the best-selling cigar in the world, the Cuban one anyway, and the non-Cuban cigars are priced accordingly. Have you ever looked at the prices on non-Cuban Cohiba cigars? Holy fucking shit, man. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And if you think I'm bullshitting you, and you're saying, and the company wants to come stand up and say, well, we don't play off that fact at all. Our company is, our cigar is a top-notch quality cigar and is worth every penny. If you don't play off that fact, then why the fuck did you make a 70th anniversary Monte Cristo jar 5 years after the Millennium jars came out and, you know, try to say, oh, 70th anniversary of Monte Cristo. The Dominican cigar has been around nowhere near that fucking long. I mean, sure, you're celebrating the 70th anniversary of Monte Cristo also, but it's not even the Cuban cigar. It makes no fucking sense. You know? It's like you saw the whole thing with the Millennium jars. It was a big craze. So you came out and you made 10,000 fucking 70th anniversary Monte Cristo jars thinking that people would go crazy over them just like they did with the Millennium jars. And what happened? No one went crazy over them. And now you can get them for fucking $50 on eBay any day of the week. So don't tell me that they don't play off the fucking fame of the name of the brand and price the cigars accordingly. That is why on Thompson Cigar you see, well, here's a funny thing. On Thompson Cigar they're listed for $437.50. $437 for a box of 25 Dominican Standard Monte 2s. But the price is crossed out and they bring it down to $288.75. I guarantee you they're never actually for sale on that site for almost $500. Or, well, almost $450. Nobody would ever fucking buy them at that price unless they were a complete fucking numbskull. Finest Cuban Cigars sells legitimate box of 25 Cuban Monte 2s for $258, which is a great fucking price. Great fucking price. Any lower than that, I'd be fucking scared. You know, it's only because of my dealings with Finest Cuban Cigars that I completely fucking trust them, and I know they're for real. That's pretty much baseline fucking price. You can't get much lower than that, you know. So when you look at it, $288.75 on Thompson, $258 on Finest, and Finest is a very low price site when it comes to Cuban cigars. If you went to Cigar One, you'd probably see them for a fucking higher price. You know, you would see them for a higher price, and you're getting the same fucking thing. You know, so why pay more? Why pay more? So if you went to Cigar One, you'd probably see Monte 2s for about the same exact price as you're seeing them on Thompson. So basically, the non-Cuban cigars try to match the prices of the Cuban cigars, and people don't know any better. So that's the story with that. Let's move on. Jim Thomas. Many thanks to you, Dr. Joe, for the recommendation on where to buy online. Finest Cuban Cigars is legit. No shit, man. That's why I fucking sent you there. Now, if I can only pace myself and not smoke everything I ordered too quickly. But I know now where to go for more. You're welcome. And yes, of course they're legit. I don't fuck around, man. I don't fuck around. If I found a site which I was 99.9% sure of, and I ordered from them and everything seemed fine, and there was one tiny little discrepancy and it was a little iffy, I wouldn't fucking recommend it. I wouldn't do it. I would not take that chance. I would not take that. I would never put my name on something unless I am absolutely, because once you do that, God forbid, what if I recommended a site and somebody did get a fucking box of duds? What do I look like? Why would anybody ever trust me again? I would never fucking do that. So when I tell you a vendor is fucking real and this is the place to go, trust me. That's how it is. So you're welcome. No problem. Keep on smoking. And you can pace yourself if you want, but hey, you can always order more. So don't worry about it. This thing's smoking much better now, man. Beautiful. Okay, what else do we got here? David Adams. Make a review on True Cuban Cigars. They have called me a lot of times offering cigars. I think they sell fakes. I'll clarify this for you right now. I would never do a review on that site because they sell nothing but fakes. If you watch any of my other videos, anti-counterfeiting crash course, etc., you'll know what is my number one reason to stay away from certain sites: low prices. This site is 100% bogus. Do not use them. True Cuban Cigars, fucking fake cigars. Totally fucking fake. I wrote here, just to remind myself, a few things that pop out. All Cohibas are marked down to $120 a box on this site. Esplandidos, Bajiques, doesn't fucking matter. They're $120. Yeah, click, goodbye. You know, we have a runner-up. We have a runner-up. Big Smokers Online still beats them by $20. So if you want, you can get your $100 Cohibas over at Big Smokes Online. Unfucking believable, man. You know, unfucking believable. Which brings me to another little incident of an email I got a while ago. And yes, I do get the very rare, which I'm thankful for, negative comment occasionally. But speaking of fake sites, how many fake sites are out there, guys? How big is our list getting? What do we have, a dozen of them on there already? You know, not to mention the asshole who's still out there selling fucking fake bands and fake seals and fake everything you need to put the... Unbelievable. And I get this guy, Brian Robinson, who marches into my fucking channel and starts going off. What qualifies you to be an expert? If you are the source of legitimate information on Cuban cigars, then what are your credentials? Because all I hear is guessing. And that's not expertise, it's conjecture. Why would anyone be asking you about these matters when they could just go to the nearest La Casa shop or otherwise and get info about their cigar? What the fuck are you talking about, man? First of all, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, because don't come marching into my fucking channel and start going off like you know what the fuck is going on. You don't have a fucking clue what's going on. I'm gonna prove that in a fucking moment. Alright? First of all, there ain't no fucking La Casa del Habanos shop where I live, pal. Alright? So that's reason number one right there. Okay? Number two, there are no fucking credentials. What do you mean credentials? Oh yeah, credentials? Yeah, I went to St. John's University of Habanos Cigars and mastered in the art of tobacco. What are you, fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Are you for real, dude? Are you fucking for real? Again, go fuck yourself. Seriously. Okay? And he goes on. You complain. First of all, every line here, he either says something that's completely erroneous, or he fucking takes my words and twists them. You complain about other guys being strung up by their bull. No. I never said that. I said these guys should be strung up by their balls when referring to fucking counterfeiters and the asshole who sells bands and ribbons and all that shit online. What the fuck was it? JustFakes.com. I said they should be strung up by their balls. I didn't complain that they... What does that even mean, they're strung up by their balls? I never said that about it. I never insulted anybody saying fuck. I either say they should be or I leave them alone. I don't go saying like, oh, this guy's a twit and this guy has no balls. And I don't do that shit, dude. I just call it like it is. And that's another reason people watch my show. So don't fucking take my words. If you're going to come and try to blast me, don't twist my words around and start fucking going off and saying all sorts of crap that isn't true. So, again, he goes on. I get so infuriated by sites like yours. How many letters in the alphabet? 26. How many letters in the code on the other side of the box? 3. And a date. How many numbers in the barcode on the cereal seal? 12. What you're suggesting in your answers when you say, I don't know, could be, he means when I say, could there be a working serial code on a box of fake cigars? The answer is fucking yes. I don't even know where he's getting it. First of all, he went to the one video, Fake or Fine, Boulevard, Royal Corona number 3, where a viewer sent me a single cigar, an address box, and I had to determine what the fuck I was looking at. And in the end, I did determine that the cigar was indeed a fucking bogus cigar. But during the episode, I said a lot of things where there are certain discrepancies that are a little concerning, but don't exactly mean that a box is fake. See, that makes me more of an expert, actually, asshole, than if I was to look at a fucking seal and it's crooked and I say, oh no, it's fake, the seal has to be straight. Well, that's not necessarily true. The seal should be straight, but a lot of times it's slapped on and it's a little crooked and it's real cigars. So, it's not my fault that the world of Cuban cigars and the world of counterfeiting connected to Cuban cigars is so full of so many fucking discrepancies. Anyway, first of all, you have no idea how the fucking serial code works. The date is not connected to the fucking code. The fucking 3 letters on the bottom of the box is not connected to the code. That's the factory code, you fucking genius. And the code is not a cipher, okay? I'm going to tell you something right now. The Habanos code is weak, all right? So you're blasting me here saying you think that counterfeiters can make real serial numbers. Well, I said possibly. First of all, my initial thing was that there could be a working serial number on a box of fake cigars because they take a real box and put fake cigars in them. And if you don't think that happens, then you're about to fucking find out the hard way that you need to be a lot more fucking careful, my friend. Because I have an episode coming up where I'm going to show you exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Real box, real everything, bogus fucking cigars. It happens. It happens. So, you take the Habanos code and you put it in and you get a genuine working code. You start playing with that code. Switch a number here, switch a number there. See what happens. I'm not going to tell you. Just go and do it and see what happens. It might fucking surprise you. It's not as hard as you think to sit there and find working codes for all different vitolas and boxes and sizes. Alright? So, who the fuck are you to tell me you don't even know what you're talking about and you're coming and trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about? I already know fucking a million times more than you. Alright, so let's see what else this douchebag has to say. I live in Europe. Okay, well I don't. Alright, so that's why I can't go to a fucking Casa del Habano shop. The boxes of Cuban cigars I purchase only come from La Casa del Habano. Well, whoopee fucking do for you. The cigars have to leave Cuba, get to Europe, through customs, be received and verified by La Casa, at which point they put their own regional seal on the box, not always. And then the boxes are shipped to countries in their distribution range, not always. And get another stamp from local customs, not always. That is a huge amount of effort for a counterfeiter. What are you fucking talking about? The counterfeiter doesn't have to do any of that. They simply get a fucking box, a real box, and put fake cigars in it. Or they roll a fucking bunch of fake cigars, and they build a crappy box, and they get the stickers and the ribbons and the bows and all that fucking crap from sites like Just Fake, and make a box of fucking cigars. You know? I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Alright? So yeah, all those stamps could be on the box because they could take a real fucking box and stuff it full of baloney. That is usually... How long would it take for the Cuban government to find out that a counterfeiter has obtained their government-level technology? I have news for you. The Cuban government is well aware of the counterfeit situation ongoing. All right? Dude, you have done zero research. You know absolutely nothing about how the system works. All right? Stay the fuck off my show. Either come and learn from me, sit down, be a good fucking boy, and listen, or get the fuck off my show. I don't need this bullshit. But I'm saying it right now because you know what? Your crap is actually very educational to everybody else who's listening out there. Because I want them to know that I am fucking serious when I say that you gotta be fucking careful. There are a lot of fakes out there. Alright? And we're gonna get to that. So, how long would it take the Cuban government to realize counterfeiting and immediately make changes? Dude, it's been going on for fucking decades, and they make changes all the time. What are you talking about? They make changes all the time. They're always changing the seal. They're implementing new holograms, numbers, codes, box dates, factory. They're always changing shit. They're always changing shit. All right? It's almost as if you wrote a letter to try to say everything the opposite of what actually is, and then you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Buying 3 smokes from a guy on the street in Cuba is one thing. Massive international level counterfeiting of huge quantities of Cuban cigars to legitimate professional level distributors like Casa in Europe? Come on. Dude, there have been instances where fucking authorized shops were selling fakes and they didn't even know it. Because instead of receiving cigars from their general distributor within their supply chain, they took in, this is what they do, they buy gray market cigars on the side because it doesn't work like it works here. I can place an order to Fuente for fucking 20 boxes of Magnum Rosados and they're going to come here within a couple of days. All right? You can't do that with Cuban cigars. You get what you get based on what you sell. The only way to get more cigars and stock up is to buy them outside of your distribution chain, which is not allowed. But people do it anyway. So when you're shopping outside your chain, you can run into the occasional shady character. And there have been guys with counterfeit cigars with boxes good enough to fool Habanos fucking, as you say, professionals, credentialized fucking professionals themselves. So don't give me that shit. You're wrong again. Then we go on. There's way more money in arms and drug trafficking, and it's less difficult than counterfeiting cigars. How do you know? Okay, my fucking douchebag compadre. Here's what I want you to do. Go home, grab a box of fucking cigars, a real box of cigars, stick a bunch of fucking crap in there, and walk into an airport and fucking, I don't know, go tell a flight attendant you have a box of counterfeit cigars. See what happens. Then go home, take a belt, put a bunch of fucking pouches on it, stuff it full of white fucking powder, and go back to that airport and say, hey, I got a belt full of fucking coke strapped to me. Yeah, okay. Less difficult. Not only is the drug trade far more difficult than counterfeiting a fucking cigar, and the arms trade far more difficult than counterfeiting a fucking cigar, it's also far more difficult to get anything within those trades anywhere, even though they do all the time. And the penalties for getting caught doing so are extremely more egregious than fucking getting caught with a box of fake Cuban cigars. All right? So, man, it's like you're spewing. Do you think before you talk? Or do you, just kind of shit all your fucking words out? Does it just come out like, bleh? Like, jeez, man, I'd fucking hate to be like people who know you face to face and have to fucking argue with you. Great cigar. Getting really strong and spicy now. We're going to wrap this up, do our second, third, then do a few more nice viewer emails, some more information, and call it a night. But let's just finish up here, because I'm having fun going through this. It's hilarious. About the drug trafficking and all that, The reason I'm saying this is because I'm holding a box of 10 Bolivar 681 limited edition cigars, box 1683 of 2500. And the box looks identical to your Royal Coronation box. Dude, it was a box of Royal Coronas, even though there are such things as Coronation Tubos, but you're wrong about even the... Did you even pay attention to the episode before you started thinking all this crap? My box is verified by Calamin Caribe, the La Casa del Habano distributor where I am living and working right now, and all codes match the Habanos SA website for the verification of my product. So you mean to tell me that somehow counterfeiters removed the original cigar somehow, put new seals on the box, had them shipped all the way to Europe so I could buy them from an official La Casa supplier of Habanos SA Cuban cigars, or the smokes and the box is completely fake, and the Cuban government didn't notice, La Casa didn't notice, and customs didn't know. What are you talking about? First of all, I never said somebody shipped you a fake box of cigars. You don't even know where I live, you douchebag, do you? You're such a fucking moron. It's right under your nose. And second of all, oh my God, the cigars don't go back through the Cuban government after the counterfeiters fucking do what they do with them. Customs doesn't check the fucking box for whether they're real or not. Oh, it's a box of Cuban cigars, Frank. Oh, well, is it real? I don't know. It looks kind of iffy to me. I think it's fake. Oh, okay, then let's keep it to the side. What are you fucking talking about, you douche? Oh my God. Talk about, it really makes me think that somebody who really doesn't know a fucking thing about Cuban cigars, who's doing reviews, that, I don't know, maybe I begrudged somehow, came on here, because you know what? I started arguing with this douchebag, and then I realized it's pointless. And he started coming back with so much fucking crap and flooding this episode with so much bullshit that he is the first and hopefully only person I've ever had to ban from my channel. So you won't see his comments online. I had to ban him. He can always pop up under another name and fucking start up again if he wishes to. But I swear to God, man, and when I banned him, if he had been a real... First of all, I even said to him, you really don't sound like a cigar guy. And he comes back and says that he was a student doing a research project on why people listen to people who don't know what they're talking about on the internet. Oh my God, man. Well, you failed your fucking project, friend. Alright? Because first of all, you based everything on a single episode when I have dozens of episodes out there. Second of all, you misconstrued everything I said, didn't listen to a fucking thing, and have a complete fucking lack of any understanding on how the system fucking works when it comes to cigars, Cuban cigars, and counterfeit cigars. So goodbye, so long, hope to never fucking see you again. Okay, now that that's over, and everybody is refreshed, it's time to do our second third. Getting real close to the band here. I was hoping, let me just finish before I have to interrupt myself and take this thing off. Oh boy, man. I tell you, talk about an asshole. Very tasty, man. Very tasty. Flavor ain't going nowhere. I mean, in a good way. It's not disappearing. Not that it's not going anywhere. Beautiful. Anyway, so he ended. Stop asking this guy for info, you idiots. Take your product to a certified expert and or to a La Casa del Habano distributor. If only we had that luxury. You're so fucking smart that you didn't even realize that I ain't in fucking Europe. And you called my viewers a bunch of idiots. So, you're fucking banned. You're fucking banned. You're fucking banned. Yeah. And this is why I tell people I've never been a big forum person. Because I just can't deal with the whole fucking forum fist fight fucking phenomenon. It always happens. No matter, any time I ever had a question and ended up looking in a forum for the answer, I run into nothing but fucking bullshit. People fighting, yelling, screaming, arguing, of course, with their keyboards. I'll fucking punch your mother and, come on, man, Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, back to the good stuff. Let's do our second, third review and get into a few more very interesting comments regarding aging, authenticity, and the whole 9 yards when it comes to the world of Cuban cigars. Man, this thing is so good. Wow. Look at that. It's really, really great. Really great. These are going to be so good. Say goodnight, Max.